Mid-July, Europe is in full summer mode, holidaymakers everywhere, luggage rolling, memories in motion. But in the midst of that, there is something a little extra in the air. Oscar Juliet looks splendid. Long fuselage, slender wings, the yellow stripes shimmering in this early morning light. Welcome to empty Palma de Mallorca airport. We are here, it is almost midnight, we just arrived on Wizz Air, and this airport is completely empty now, and this is the first time I am ever seeing Palma de Mallorca is empty, because who would be here at midnight? Anyway, so we're flying Condor 757 again to Dusseldorf tomorrow, almost today actually, in a few minutes. This is an interesting wall of stickers. Hours? I mean it's...
A few hours.
No, ja som myslel, že o pár minút akože dneska.
Ja, dobre. Potom poviem.
Me and my friend had set out on an adventure to catch one of Condor's Boeing 757s for the very last time. Condor Airlines has announced the retirement of their entire Boeing 757 fleet. Its retirement will mark the end of the Boeing era in the airline, turning Condor into an Airbus-only operator. Condor's Boeing 757 operations have a long history. In 1996, the airline ordered 12 757-300 narrow-body aircraft at the Farnborough Airshow in the United Kingdom, becoming the launch customer of the type. The retirement of Condor's 757s began in 2023 and is set to continue through October 2025, which is actually right now as of editing this video. When you are watching this video, the 757s are most likely already gone. Condor's last 757 farewell flight is scheduled to take place on November 5, 2025, from Frankfurt to Vienna. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Food Mood. Look at this. Cappuccino Italiano. Since we came from Italy. What the fuck did you do? Anyways, my fingers are burning. Oh my god, I need to put it somewhere. Oh my god, oh fuck, my fingers are burning. Midnight cappuccino. To čo je? Prost jebe.
Lyžička sa to volá, bratu?
Tá lyžica? Prečo to mám lyžica? Čo, tá lyžica? Tá povedať, neviem 3 roky, ale prečo? Okay, that appears to be a spoon, but I don't need that. It is so hot, my hands are dead. My hand is dead. Yeah, like officially dead. Look at... This flight we're about to take took place in mid-July 2025, still a couple of months prior to the retirement. Having had some free time during the summer to travel, I decided to get on that flying pencil one more time before it vanishes from Europe's skies. And I took my friend with me as well. Teres will show us our registration for our Condor flight tomorrow. D-ABOJ.
D-ABOJ.
And
I will show you
Delta Alpha
one picture from
Oscar.
I will show you one picture from 2023.
The Delta... The ABOJ, wait, what? Delta...
This will be our aircraft. This
it
striped
had an incident
one.
a few years ago. It crashed its wing or the... What was it?
It was
like horizontal stabilizer.
Horizontal stabilizer crashed into the wing
of a Europa 737. Look, we were incredibly tired, having slept for exactly 0 hours and 0.0 minutes. After arriving from Rome at around midnight, we spent the entire night wandering around Palma Airport, even going outside for a bit to check out the beach, so excuse my incredible tiredness in these clips throughout this video. This is how we've spent the night, in a nutshell. Soon enough, the sun rose, our aircraft arrived from Frankfurt, but not returning there and instead taking us to Dusseldorf. Boarding started, and with no sleep at all, it was time to get inside the 757 and try to enjoy every second of it, although it was hard due to the sleep deprivation. Hello. It felt surreal hearing this sentence from the captain, while bearing in mind the fact that it was a sentence I will never hear again on board this special aircraft.
Very good morning from the Vatican. Already this is your captain speaking. My name is David Schmidt, and I'd like to welcome you also on behalf of my colleague in front, First Officer Willi Nickel, and of course the entire cabin team on this Boeing 757-300 aircraft. Well, good to have you all aboard.
Ladies and gentlemen, now I want you to enjoy every second of this takeoff. And while you do so, like, subscribe and a comment down below would be highly appreciated. Thank you. Now please enjoy the Rolls-Royce RB211 engine roar. This is my second flight on the 757 and holy crap, I am in love with it even more. The engines, I don't know if you can even hear me through these engines. They are so loud and it's just the takeoff was just insane. Like, I'm speechless, and my friend too. Look how speechless he is. The cabin of this 757 shows its age, but in a good way. The seats are comfortable enough for this short hop, the windows are large, and the wing views outstanding. Condor's crew is, as always, amazing, and the passengers, holiday passengers mostly, but you can sense a few aviation fans here and there. Now, last time on Condor's 757, I tried some kind of a bagel of theirs. You can check that video out after this one. But what I haven't tried last time is the in-flight entertainment, so let's see what Condor offers. You can choose between different languages. Alright, so this is new. Here we have the in-flight entertainment of Condor. You got some movies here. This is a selection of the movies. Then you got TV shows. All kinds of TV shows. Different categories. Yoga. Interesting, okay. Bundesliga, football. Nice, of course. News, probably. And the map. Something me as a navigate will enjoy, and I don't know. This is probably not accurate. I don't think we're heading to Palma. I don't really think we're heading to Palma. That is a bit weird, but what? Okay, well, whatever. Yeah, you got journals, audio. Alright, so you got some music, different genres as well. I hate how it always resets all the way to the top, so you have to scroll down. Even games here. Okay, that's not really loading. There's a bunch of games, I guess. Condor Insights. What do we got here? Okay, behind the scenes. Alright. Now, when it comes to Condor and their brilliant marketing, I talked about that in my other Condor Tripreport. But basically, Condor is a very open company in the sense that they're super proud of what they're doing, and they're not afraid to talk about that. For instance, what's happening in the backstage of all of the flights. Besides that, their social media team is very active and super cool, just like the crew on every single Condor flight I've flown so far. Of course, including this one. For like half of the flight I slept. Unfortunately, I was so tired that I managed to fall asleep even while hearing the roaring 757 engines. Anyways, as we will soon be approaching Dusseldorf, here is some more insight into Condor's 757 operation. The total number of 757s that Condor had operated throughout the many decades is 35, including both 300 and the shorter 200 versions. These 757s were deemed super viable for Condor. They were ideal because they perfectly matched the airline's leisure-focused network, medium-haul routes from Germany to Mediterranean and, for example, the Canary Islands destinations that didn't always need a wide body. The 757-300, with its long range, excellent fuel efficiency for its time, and high seating capacity in a single-aisle design, allowed Condor to carry lots of holiday travelers profitably while still operating from airports with short runways. In short, big jet performance, narrow body economics. However, all of this is nice and all, but now as the A321neos are a thing, the 757s around the world are being replaced mostly by the LRs or XLRs in some cases. And also there's the 737 MAX 10, which still isn't certified as of editing this video, so airlines are simply choosing the A321 over the MAX. Today the 757s are no longer profitable because their older engines and systems make them less fuel efficient and more expensive to maintain than modern aircraft, like the A321neo I just mentioned. Also, spare parts are harder to source and their higher carbon emissions don't fit current environmental and regulatory standards. In short, newer jets can carry a similar number of passengers farther, quieter and at a much lower cost per seat. And as we are now approaching Dusseldorf, I want you to go down to the comments and share your experiences with the Boeing 757. Doesn't necessarily need to be a Condor 757, nor from a flight. Maybe you just spotted it a couple of times and have great memories from it. Feel free to share anything. After all, this is a tribute video, so if you have anything, feel free to share your memories and pay some respect for the 757. Now enjoy the landing in Düsseldorf.
Oh, mach wieder Angst noch bei den Bäumen.
And just like that, it is over. The engines that once carried thousands of travelers to sunshine and holidays have fallen silent. For over 30 years, the Boeing 757 was more than just an airplane for Condor. It was the bridge between blue skies and golden beaches, between everyday life and escape. She didn't have the latest screens or the quietest engines, but she had soul. That deep RB211 growl, that unmistakable climb, and the feeling of power and grace. It was magic every single time. And if you were lucky enough to fly her, you know exactly what I mean. Now, Oscar Bravo, you've done your duty. You carried dreams, families, laughter and memories across the skies of Europe and beyond. You've earned your rest, and you'll live in every photo, every story, every video, every heart that still looks up when they hear the 757 roar. The last of Condor's 757s. Thank you for the journeys, the sunrises, the sounds and the soul. This may be a goodbye, but you will never be forgotten. And while this might be the end of the 757 era in Europe, there's still a lot of them flying for Delta or United in the USA, so if you're lucky enough, you can catch one of them in the United States. Thank you for watching. FJ out.